Hi guys, what's up back here at Reading Channel? Merry Christmas! Today's the December 1st. I'm so excited! And we're for some reason, I don't get it, but why are we reading spring when it's supposed to be winter? Get it? Okay? Get it? Maybe not. And also, can you guys say Merry Christmas to me? Thank you. Merry Christmas to you too. We're going to read chapter 6 and chapter 7 since this is also for my school initials. So I get two initials, so yeah. Let's start reading. Chapter 6, Swim, Swim, Swim. On Monday, Joey's mom threw a little blanket over the aquarium and another one over my cage, and I began a dark journey back to school. Mrs. Brisbane decided about having a tadpole, she said, but I'm not sure we need the blankets. It's a beautiful day. Really? I squeaked, because I couldn't see anything. Once my cage was uncovered, I was back on the table by the windshield in room 26. Boing, boing. Og's strange voice rang out. Be prepared, Og, I squeaked back to him. You're going to see something surprising. Joey's mom set the aquarium on the table between Og's tank and my cage, then hurried off to work. Soon all my classmates were crowded around the table asking Joey what is in the aquarium. Mrs. Brisbane told them to take their seats. After the bell rings, we'll take out our signs of spring. Then Joey explained what's in the tank. Parents looked disappointed as they went back to their tables. I was pretty sure they'd be more disappointed when they found out that there was nothing in the tank but two specks. The bell rang and Mrs. Brisbane took attention. Now can we see what's in the tank? Slow down, Simon said. Mrs. Brisbane smiled and said, try to be a little bit patient. Now raise your hand if you'd like to share a sign of spring that you found this weekend. A lot of hands went up. Mrs. Brisbane called on Rolling Rosie first. It's staying light longer in the evening, and it was so warm today. I didn't have to wear my winter coat, just a light jacket, she said. Yeah, Mrs. Brisbane nodded. The days start to get longer in the spring. Remember, we set our clocks forward an hour for daylight saving time, so the skis are light and longer now. Hurry up, Harry raised his hand, but it's darker in the morning. It's hard to get out of bed when it's dark. He yawned a big yawn. Some of my friends laughed, but Mrs. Brisbane agreed. I have to admit, it's hard for me to get up too, Harry. Lots of my classmates had seen leaves budding on trees, grass springing out ground as flowers growing. Hopeful Holly said her mom had taken her shopping for spring clothes. That's a great sign of spring, Mrs. Brisbane said. The stores are full of Easter candy, Thomas said, but my mom won't buy it for me. She says Easter is a long way off. This comment brought more giggles. True. Since Easter is a long way from the first day of spring, which yeah. In January and February, it still snows, but it starts to melt more. In January, it just starts to snow a lot. And then in December, it's just like piled. And I'm going to somewhere that there's snow. And my dad will make a video of me doing it. Imagine I went bobsledding. Small Paul got up and showed the class a new chart he made of spring temperatures over the last 10 years. We've been having average temperatures for spring, he said as he pointed to wavy lines and explained them. At last, it was Joey's turn. My dad sent me 2 signs of spring. May I show them now? He asked Mrs. Brisbane. Teacher said yes, and Joey walked over to our table. In the spring, lots of animals come out of hibernation and have new babies, he said, including these. All eyes were on Joey as he pulled the small blanket of the aquarium. I heard gasps and silence. The only one who made a sound was Og. Boing, 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 boing. Okay, that was obviously joking. Okay, you're just bored now. But okay, let me stop. These are tadpoles, Joey said. I mean, they're going to grow up into tadpoles. And tadpoles grow into frogs. They just look like dots now, but pretty soon they'll grow tails and legs and start to become frogs. Everybody was quiet until Og tried boing 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 boing. I had to flip another page because they're smaller. Boing, 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 boing. Okay, I'm honestly joking. That made everybody laugh. Stop talking, Sophie's hand. Shut up. Was Og a tadpole once? Yes. Joey nodded. Sure. All frogs were. My friends seemed surprised, and so was I. Can we see them? Fluffy asked. Mrs. Brisbane had her friends make a line so that each one could have good look. It might be disappointing, I squeaked. They don't do much. One by one, they came up to the aquarium to look at the specks with Mrs. Brisbane and Joey. What's that goo? Now, Nicole asked. It's like the inside of an egg, Joey said. He looked up at Mrs. Brisbane. Right? Yes, I think so, she said. But we will all study. We will all study tadpoles to learn more about them. Suddenly, Og dived down in the water, Silas tank, and began splashing loudly. What's wrong with him? Joey asked. Maybe he doesn't want any competition, Mrs. Brisbane said with a smile. Or maybe he's excited to have new friends. What's exciting about 2 new friends when they're only specks? Having a hamster friend is much more interesting. When Tall Paul came up to the tank, he shook his head. It's hard to believe those 2 dots will become frogs like Og. Boing, boing, Og said. Right, I agree. Joey explained that they wouldn't be exactly like Og because he was a green frog and they were leopard frogs. Wow, Tall Paul said. Will they have spots? Yep, Joey replied. Helpful Holly asked, will they be our classroom pets like Humphrey and Og? No, I squeaked. They are nothing like Og and me. I'm sorry to admit it, but I didn't like the idea at all. They belong to Joey, Mrs. Brisbane said. For now, let's watch them grow. Time has passed. I watched the specks that night, but they didn't see any changes. Nothing yet, I squeaked to my neighbor Og. Og stayed strangely silent. When Otto came in to clean room 26, he was surprised to find a new aquarium on the table between Og's tank and my cage. What is this? He asked, peering Specs. Two tadpoles, I squeaked, of course. I knew that he and our Sammy. Otto stared and stared, and then he chuckled. Tadpoles, he said. Twin tadpoles. He kept chuckling as he swept the floor. Twins everywhere. I think. What is this? Two tadpoles here. No. I think I'm seeing double. He turned to Onk's direction. How do you feel about twin frogs, Onk? But Onk just sat there like a rock. Okay, I've been staying like a rock and I'm dizzy, staring at you guys. All was silent all night long. The Specs didn't change one bit. They were really alive. Though I'm usually active at night. Room 6 was so boring I fell asleep. And I didn't wake up until the sunlight was streaming through the window and Mrs. Brisbane opened the door. Morning, she said in a cheery voice. Morning, I squeaked. Uncle was still silent. I glanced over and saw that Mrs. Brisbane carried a vase with some very colorful flowers in it. They were red, yellow, orange, and purple. How are these for signs of spring? She asked as she set the vase on her desk. Very nice, I said. By the time she took off her coat, Thomas and Phelpy raced into the room. Look at this sign of spring, Thomas. Thomas spread his arms wide and turned in a circle. Mom didn't make me wear my winter jacket. I was really tired of that old thing. Besides, the arms getting way too short. I wouldn't be wearing that jacket anymore. Mrs. Brisbane held up the vase of flowers. Here's my sign of spring. Tulips. Wow, look at all the colors, Phelpy said. Soon, all the friends hurried into the room closest. Slow down, Simon, and raced through the door. Ow! I bit my tongue as I raced. Oh, great! Instead of heading to a cloakroom, he hung up his jacket and ran straight toward the table. Whoa! I can't believe it, he shouted as he gazed down at the aquarium. This is amazing! Phelpy, Thomas, Nicole, and Sophie joined him. Wow, Tommy shouted. You've got to see this. Oh, Sophie said. I can't believe it, Nicole said. Tom just laughed. What? I scurried up to Tippy top of my cage to get a better look. Then Mrs. Brisbane joined them. Oh, she said as she peered into the aquarium. Oh, that's wonderful. I was staring at the aquarium. I stared too. Instead of two specks stuck in some strange gale, I saw two specks swimming. Oh, can you see? I squeaked. Onk was still strangely silent. Hope he was sick with some kind of frog flu. True. More of my friends gathered around the aquarium. Mrs. Brisbane made sure they all got a good look at swimming Specs. Oh, calm down, Kissy said. Oh, I've never seen anything so. Oh. I noticed that her hands were shaking. Is it something to see, Kelsey? Kelsey said, oh, I noticed that her shaking. It is something to see, Kelsey said. Mrs. Brisbane said, I have to admit, some Specs were more interesting than Specs sitting in goo. But they were really that interesting? Joey thought they were when my friend rushed in for recess. He asked Mrs. Brisbane if he could stay inside and sketch. I want to draw the tadpoles at every stage, she said. I want to get my drawings just right. Mrs. Brisbane smiled. Everybody is supposed to go outside at recess, Mrs. Wright. Mrs. Wright wouldn't like it if you stayed inside. Joey looked so disappointed. Maybe just this once she won't notice, Mrs. Brisbane said. Go ahead and sketch. Joey worked very hard. He looked at the swimming specks and then back at his drawing. Good work, Joey squeaked. Joey didn't look up, but he said, I want to get it just right, Humphrey, understand? Of course I understood. I hope his drawing would help me see what everybody was so excited about. As the day went on, I realized that all my human friends thought the specks were unsqueakably interesting. So interesting that Principal Morris came in to see them after lunch. Amazing, he said. I was getting a little tired of that word. I think that Ox started out like this, he said. Everyone looked over at my neighbor, including me. I just sat there on his rock, silent. When Mrs. Morris left, Mrs. Brisbane let my classmates to the library to learn more about tadpoles. Once we were alone in the classroom, I jiggled my lock into some lock and ran over to Og's tank. Og, did you see the specks swimming? I asked. Mrs. Brisbane says still they frogs like you. Does that make you happy? Og didn't answer, but he stood up and dived into the water side of his tank with gigantic splash. Had specks made him speechless? I returned to my cage and started spinning on my wheel. That's what I do when I need to think. Suddenly I realized that swimming was what Og did when he wanted to think. We both had a lot to think about. Humphrey Spring thinks. Og is a good friend, loyal and true. But do we need another two? It's a ride! I'll see you guys in the next one.